Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Friday, and today we're going to look at another movie soundtrack. But this one, if I had to find one word to describe it, it would be fun. We're looking at a movie based on a stage play, and a few things have been changed, so it often happens when they move to film. This time our cast headlines a singer who's also an actress, and an actor who takes a stab at singing. For the second time in a couple of weeks, we're looking at a Burt Reynolds film. This one featuring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds in the soundtrack to a Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Now, I love the tagline at the top. I don't know if you can read that. It says, with Burt and Dolly, this much fun just couldn't be legal. And fun is the name of the game. Now, this has been around quite a while. I can't remember when I got it. It's been quite a few years. It says 1982. I used to listen to it a lot. I just haven't listened to it recently. I happened to find it when I was going through albums for the show here. But there are just some classic performances that you're not going to find anywhere else. Firstly, we got a studio band. Those musicians are excellent. I couldn't find the names of any of them. They don't credit them on the album. Checked on Wikipedia, but really they don't list a lot of studio players, and that's unfortunate. I don't know if you've noticed just recently on some of the TV shows or award shows, they're now starting to list all the players. And a friend of mine, Rick Baptist, was with the Musicians Union, and he's partly to credit for getting that done. Getting their names mentioned and getting away from that faceless band and recognizing the players that are, providing that music. Anyways, let's just take a look at who we have on here, because it is a place you're not going to find them anywhere else but here. Give you some idea. Firstly, a few of the songs from the stage play are missing. Dolly wrote a few of the songs for this. Not all of the ones she wrote are included in the soundtrack, but there are a few very special performances. We've got 20 Fans, narration by Jim Nabors. Now, I don't know how familiar that name sounds to you. Jim Nabors started out on the Andy Griffith Show. Maybe it was Andy of Mayberry. I forget what it was titled at the time he was on it. And moved on, had his own series in Gomer Pyle, USMC, and a very good vocalist, but also a great comedic actor. And Jim does a narration at the beginning of our side one here. We go on down, we got a song called Sneaking Around, written by Dolly Parton and featuring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds in his singing debut. Now, apparently, Burt had also lobbied to make sure he could get a chance to sing on this album. So I'll leave it up to you. You have to check it out, see what you think of Burt singing. Watchdog Report, Texas Has a Whorehouse in It. Dom DeLuise, another friend of Burt Reynolds. And Dom DeLuise was a great comedic actor. First thing that comes to mind might be Cannonball Run when I think of it. And if you've seen him, you certainly recognize who he is. Never really a lead actor, but one of those supporting actors that really were a lot of fun to watch. And then we've got, wrapping up side one, something called the Courtyard Shag. So an instrumental version here. Now, we did record in Nashville, Los Angeles, so we've got a little mix of that country and a little mix of the actual studio work. We've got the Aggie song on side two, and again, that's a group song. Also on side two, the Side Step, featuring vocals by Charles Durning. I don't know how many recognize that name. Another great actor, both serious and comedic. I think of the last role I really remember him in is in Everybody Loves Raymond. He played their priest. But having Charles Durning sing a little song, you're not going to find that everywhere. And that's great. And the Side Step is just a great tune. He's playing a politician, and the Side Step really fits in with the character. Hard Candy Christmas, one Dolly Parton does, and wraps up the album with a song that Dolly Parton wrote called I Will Always Love You. Now, again, that may sound familiar to some of you if you remember The Bodyguard and Whitney Houston, who had a huge hit with that. Well, this is a little pre-Whitney Houston. This is Dolly's version of her own song, and to me, it's quite different. I find this one really interesting. This one I find maybe connects with me a little more than the Whitney Houston one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just a different version of it and hearing her sing her own song. So a few performances you're not going to find anywhere else. It's fun. I mean, just some great comedy actors taking a stab at something different, being the singing or the Charles Durning doing the dancing with that little side step. If you get a chance, watch the movie. But if you can't, just to have a good time and some fun music to listen to, it's the soundtrack to The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Remember, with Burt and Dolly, this much fun can't be legal. That's it for Friday. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Till then, take care and thanks for stopping by.